Thank you, sir.
One by one, they were inducted in the Zambia Army Special Forces Corps by the Republican President and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Force, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema. This is symbolized by the handover of the maroon beret and a belt to distinguish the Special Forces from conventional officers and soldiers, with a knife-corded dagger as a personal defense and the first-line weapon. Special Forces also use a dagger as part of everyday dress. These are 29 commissioned officers and one junior non-commissioned officer who volunteered to join the Special Forces and underwent radical and rigorous Special Forces training for 8 months. This was during an induction parade for the Special Forces held in Mbala on March 17, 2023 at the Special Forces Outward Bounds Training School. Joining the Special Forces, commonly known as commandos, is voluntary, even though candidates are subjected to a very firm selection process. And after selection, it is not guaranteed one will automatically be clad in the maroon beret, as others fail to make it along the way due to the hard scenarios and environments they are exposed to. Special Forces are a strategic asset and force multiplier for the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Force, who only at his word they can be deployed. They are used to make attacks on enemy areas that are very dangerous or difficult to attack. That's why President Hakainde Hichilema could not allow any obstacle to deter him from personally inducting the Special Forces. He flew into Mbala to grace the event and inducted the 30 Special Forces operatives into the Special Forces Corps. The Republic of Zambia had its first intake of Special Forces trained in 1982, where volunteers were assembled at Katete's Chiyoko camp in Eastern Province before first Republican President and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Force, formerly Armed Force, Dr. Kenneth David Kaunda, commissioned the first Commando unit in Ndola on November 9, 1983. This was a result of multiple incursions and attacks that the country suffered during the liberation struggle and the radical guerrilla movement led by the late Adamson Braston Mushala. And in his usual calm posture amidst the heavy downpour, President Hichilema proceeded to inspect a parade that was mounted by the 29 commissioned officers and one junior non-commissioned officer operative, a move that gave the parade morale. Not even the heavy rains could stop him from inspecting the Special Forces parade. After inspecting the parade, the Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Force took to the podium where he addressed the parade. President Hichilema's message was centered on discipline.
To the officers being inducted today, we congratulate you once again for your bravery and rigorous special training that you've gone through. You are expected to perform your duties professionally, as I said already, diligently as per your training as you get deployed into the various Special Forces units across the country. You don't change because you've gone to a particular location. You are who you are. Maintain that posture. Conduct yourselves as such. Deep professionals. Discipline. The skills we have acquired here are necessary. They are also dangerous in a civilian environment. They must be used and used only when they are required. And you know when they are required. That's part of your training. Don't use these skills as you compete for a young lady with a civilian somewhere. It could be fatal. It's a light moment, but you know what I mean. Group Force Commander, we commend you, school commanders and instructors, for a job well done. Well done for producing these young professionals. Well done. Continue taking pleasure in what you do. You do it for the country. Wherever you are posted, whatever you are doing, we wish to remind you that this career demands the highest level of professionalism. As we are saying so to the Special Forces, it applies to you. Integrity, discipline. Army Commander, I have noticed casually, being attentive as a member of the community, that our military people are using guns even to settle domestic disputes with their partners. That's not allowed. Guns are not to settle domestic disputes in a home. To kill a wife or a husband using these special skills, and some kill their children as well. It means there's something we're missing a little bit in our values. Absolutely. So we leave it to you and your structures and your colleagues in the other services to address this issue. As the military are, there's always order.
The head of state, who pledged government support to the Defense Force, also commended the Zambia Army Commander for ensuring the highest standards of training for the Special Forces were attained.
Once again, I wish to express our gratitude for being part of this momentous occasion and witnessing this beautiful occasion with our young people. May God bless our mother land, Zambia, and all night training these special forces. They're relevant, they're critical to our country, and hopefully the numbers can increase next time there's an intake. We as a government are committed, Army Commander, that we will continue supporting this kind of training. I must say, it's good I came here today, on this day, and on a rain day. And part of our commitment to improving infrastructure is this parade square must be a concrete square, and we'll make sure that it's done. We will make sure that it's done. I whispered to the Army Commander that this is a small thing, we should be able to do it like yesterday. So I make it public here that this square and other infrastructure here will be done, including the uncompleted building I saw when we were entering it. So let's consider that done. You must all respect the Constitution of Zambia at all costs. Never should we transgress the constitutional provision of our country. Your mandate is to preserve the sovereignty and defend our territorial integrity in our country, our Republic of Zambia. And also, I must further indicate that we must contribute to the maintenance of regional security. As you all know, Army Commander and your colleagues, that we've issues in northern Mozambique, and we are there. We have issues in Central African Republic, and we are there. This is part of our mandate. National security, stability, regional security, stability, Africa's stability, and peace are part of our mandate.
At the same ceremony, the only junior non-commissioned officer, Corporal Wando Abel, got the rare opportunity of being promoted by the president to the rank of sergeant. The 36-year-old was promoted for his interest in serving the nation through the Special Forces Corps after attempting twice the operatives training. It is a military norm that only promotions of commissioned officers whose ranks start from second lieutenant are a preserve of the president, while non-commissioned officers whose ranks range from corporal to warrant officer class 2 are promoted by the commander through the authority of the president in a government gazette, making Sergeant Rwando's case rare.
Hereby promote you from corporal to sergeant this minute.
Thank you, sir!
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir!
Congratulations.
Despite being happy of this achievement by the young officers and well-garnished event, President Hichilema expressed sadness at the loss of one of the trainees, Second Lieutenant Joseph Mwape, after succumbing to the injury he sustained during training. President Hichilema was also accompanied by Defense Minister Ambrose Lufuma, who thanked government for the continued support being rendered to the Defense Force. Mr. Lufuma indicated that the training support his ministry has been receiving has made it possible for the Defense Force to carry out training successfully.
On behalf of the Defense, of the Ministry of Defense, and indeed on my own behalf, I would like to take this rare opportunity to thank the inducting authority and guest of honor, who is the President of the Republic of Zambia and Commander-in-Chief of the Zambia Defense Force, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, for finding time off his busy schedule to come and grace this colorful parade for the 29 officers and one senior commission, one non-commissioned officer, who are being inducted today as Special Forces operatives of the Zambia Army. With your continued support, Mr. President, the Zambia Defense Force will always play a significant role in the preservation of peace, security, and territorial integrity, which is a precursor both to national development as well as regional stability. Mr. President, the Ministry acknowledges the support rendered to your government towards training and capacity building programs aimed at professionalizing the services so that they continue to fulfill their training calendars.
The Special Forces Group comprised of 3 distinctive elements, namely Commando, Marine and the Training School in Bala. And according to the Army Commander, Lieutenant General Sitali Dennis Alibuzu, the unwavering support the Zambia Army has continued to receive has enabled Zambia Army to perform its tasks to the expectations of the people of Zambia. Lieutenant General Alibuzu reminded the newly inducted officers to serve the country with utmost diligence.
Guest of honor, sir, may I take this opportunity to acknowledge the financial and material support the Zambia Army continues to receive from the government to enable us to perform our tasks to the expectations of the people of Zambia and the international community. I further acknowledge the efforts being made by government towards infrastructure development within the military cantonment, improving our equipment board of the Army and the conditions of service of military personnel. Allow me to report that our troops currently participating in the United Nations peacekeeping operations in the Central African Republic have continued to perform their duties exceptionally well despite operating in a highly challenging environment. The Zambia Army remains ever committed to safeguarding and maintaining world peace, and we thank your generous logistical support that has enabled us to perform our international duties. The guests of honor, sir, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, Zambia Army will always endeavor to create an enabling environment in which economic development can take place. We shall always be available when called upon to come to the aid of the civil authorities in response to disasters and the other national calamities. Therefore, you are expected to display the Zambia Army core values of courage, self-discipline, leadership, loyalty, and respect to your superiors as you join your unit. Additionally, I encourage you all to live by the Zambia Army Creed, which espouses being a Zambian soldier who is dedicated to duty and believes in the Most High God.
The buffalo is my symbol of honor. I believe in the Most High God. I am a Zambian soldier.
The killer punch of the Defense Force was fully baked as stated by the Special Forces Group Commander, Brigadier General Charles Swana.
This year, 2023, on 9th November, will mark 40 years of Special Forces existence in the Defense Force. The Special Forces Corps has achieved a great milestone from inception, both locally and internationally. It is a force multiplier and a killer punch for the Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Force, deployed and tasked by the Army Commander to accomplish strategic tasks beyond the normal military troops' capabilities. The guests of honor, sir, distinguished invited guests, the officers inducted on parade are a cream of the best young officers in the Defense Force today. The young officers have been transformed fellaciously into special operatives and are tough-tested, ready to undertake any assignment given at short notice with precision. At this point in time, I wish to thank the Republican President and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Force and the Army Commander for unfailing support rendered to enable the Special Forces conduct various special operations and specialized training activities.
As for the Commandant's Training School Special Forces, the newly inducted Special Forces are ready for deployment.
Guests of honor, sir, from the motto, it is evident and clear that indeed out of pain, the best are created. These operators before you have undergone a compressed 8 months of training. Sir, as directed by Army Headquarters and instructed by Special Forces Group Headquarters, the school was given the noble task of training trainees with the ultimate objective of transforming them from regular officers into Special Force operators, after which we expect them to be coming to this School of Excellence for specialized and upgrading courses. I would like to assure the guests of honor that we did our part and we are ready to present them before command and before the guests of honor, sir, that they are ready to serve the nation anywhere and in any situation. To the trainees, I say, as a school, we have given you the tactics, the techniques, the procedures, and the skills. Go out there and serve the nation and be our reflection. Go and walk with your head high, with pride. You are the best among the best. The nation will rely on you.
Meanwhile, the hard-working inductees attracted recognition from command. Second Lieutenant Mafwafwa was awarded as overall best trainee, best student in military skills and knowledge, as well as best in the field. Others who received awards included 2nd Lieutenant Mikosa as Best Commandant's Award, 2nd Lieutenant Matongo as Best in an Armed Combat, while 2nd Lieutenant Mubiana got Best Student in Watermanship, and 2nd Lieutenant Luneta was Best Student in Mountaineering.
I was humbled. Yes. It doesn't mean I was the best of the best. It was according to what the instructor saw fit. But everybody can do in as much as everything I can do. Yes. So the first time it came up was just before joining the army. Yes. Initially what I thought was the training that happens at Special Forces is what's there for basic training. So the time we went for the leadership course in Mbala, I was actually motivated to. Immediately I saw the training, I was like, okay, this is what I want. So immediately after the commission in parade in 2022, I volunteered to join the Special Forces. I'm not going to lie, the training is very hard. It is full of pain. Going to be tested in all your areas in life. It's going to push you to the test. You're going to see death come cross paths with you, but you just have to be strong. You know what you want, so stay in your lane, be focused, you're going to get it. We can be called upon to conduct any type of operation when the nation, starting from basic operations, including infantry operations. We can conduct that to the special operations that we've been molded to conduct. So whenever we're on board, we put in our best. We never let our country down. We've volunteered to be this. We love what we do, and we're never going to disappoint. Whenever we're called upon, we'll do our best.
After all was said and done, it was time for the inductees to display their acquired skills and bravery for the President and the Army Commander to appreciate.
Now the enemy has reinforcements. Now they turn to... And now they withdrew to another target. For 3, 6, 5, and load. That is our first.
This induction marked intake 10 of Special Forces in the history of Zambia Army. Out of pain, this intake, like many others, they were created.